here into this major and really do some hurting.
I think with Taco and Zeus going out of the roster, what they've lost is their emotional side, right? These guys are all... Stewie does bring like an element of that, but he can't do it alone. Zeus and Taco were kind of a combo deal. But I think when you mention the names Elige, Twist, NAF, and Stewie, those are 4 of the best players in the whole North American region in one team. So the amount of firepower here, exactly alluding to Sean's point, is that these guys are more than happy to take heads-up duels against the Ninjas in Pajamas.
Well, the Ninjas in Pajamas and Team Liquid are here, and it does look like we're ready to get underway. We're going to be jumping into Overpass, Liquid and NiP, brought to you by Pimp and Machine.
Thank you so much, fellas at the desk there, and we are going to be jumping straight into the action. Myself, Machine, alongside Pimp, and make no mistake, the odds are truly stacked up against the Ninjas in Pajamas here. This is going to be tough. Am I seeing it right? Julies from Nitro, and Jacob, I'm very excited to see Stewie in this roster.
It is going to be interesting to see how well they can fare together. Obviously, we got a little taste of it during the iBuy Power Tournament, which they ended up winning against Astralis, but that was just a small taste of what we can expect from Liquid. I believe also first tournament of the year. Now, let's see how they start out against Ninjas in Pajamas. This is going to be some duels taking place inside the toilet area.
Make no mistake as well, Liquid, NAF gets the back of Forest timing. Beautiful for the North American there, or the Canadian. North American works. Never mind, moving in. Nitro going to get caught by Nitro's Julies and finally emerges from his hidey hole. And now just on res. That's a great start. Upgrades the USP. Looking for the one taps. Elige in the meantime takes his teammate down, all on one man, and he's gone as well. Julie's looking fierce. 3 from Nitro.
You were questioning the duels, Alex?
Yeah, I need to shut the hell up. Nitro doing that for me. But the point I was trying to say is that not only did Liquid beat Astralis over literally almost a month ago, in fact, 3 hours ago, it was exactly a month ago, but of course, good morning. It was a 10-round CT side from Team Liquid that really helped push them across the line in that third map on Overpass, no less. Liquid start on the CT side. 10 rounds Liquid acquired versus Astralis. How can they do versus the Ninjas? I mean, that's the question.
It is a very good question. Great start here from Team Liquid. I like the idea they have with the duels. Nitro positions himself inside the underground as we get to see him sweat down all these Ninjas in Pajamas players. No armor, no guns, no nothing have been brought up. This is just a clean sweep for the Team Liquid players.
Wow, that is so clinical. The speed by which Elige gets to party. He is a CT player, by the way, guys. But Lekro, despite that aggression, has actually been given a gap, a window. Yes, the CTs have pushed aggressively long, not 1, but 2, and that means that the bomb site was wide open. Stewie on the rotate, of course, cleans things up with the defuse and frag, but it's something. I mean, on a full eco, on Overpass, not easy to acquire a bomb plant.
No, it gives the money advantage coming into this round for NiP, without a doubt. You can see them buying up the AKs, you can see them buying up all the utility they want, and they're still going to be facing 2 SMGs and potentially a third one from Nitro. So overall, not a bad start, not a bad round from NiP. Getting the bomb plant definitely helped them in terms of utility being brought into this round, whereas for Team Liquid, it's not a disaster either. A bomb plant here and there is not really going to be the difference maker either.
Nitro picking up the AWP early. A lot of people discuss whether or not Liquid even need it at times, but CT side Overpass, one can expect to see the big green gun in the hands of Nitro more often than perhaps on other maps and sides. Let's keep our eyes on how the NiP boys are shaping up for this one. The bomb still very much at T-spawn.
It seems like they're heading towards a B-go here. They want to go through the smoke in Monster. Stevie's going to see a lot of action right here.
This could be tough, but he's eaten the full flash. Chooses to back away. Smart moves while doing the flashbang dance. In the meantime, Stewie, he managed to just get one before Rez creeps onto the site, and there's so many of them on there. Twist is going to get overwhelmed. These SMGs, they should be working close range, and they do. Rez, aggressive, leaps down onto the puddle. And Twist, short work of his. NAF and Elige are going to line this weapon up, and it's all up to Lekro, but that's a solid start. Twist is the one to make it end, though, and this is Team Liquid with one mission. Domination. Astralis have clearly thrown down the gauntlet. A 16-0 we just took note of on the B stream versus Cloud9. That was a quick way to end the day for them. lagging a little bit behind here on the A stream. We had so many best of ones. 16 today, Jacob.
16 games today. A lot of Counter-Strike has been going down here in Katowice, but it has been some great games, and I would say overall some high-level Counter-Strike. I don't think I've seen this level being displayed this early in a major in a long time, so I'm happy to see that all the teams are coming in well prepared, including Team Liquid, and also NiP for that matter. You can see they had a clear idea what they wanted to do, exploding towards the B bomb side, tried to utilize the fact that Liquid only had SMGs. Unfortunately for them, Stewie 2K and especially Triss did super well at defending the bomb site despite the limited guns they had available.
What was so impressive that Stewie was flashed at the same time as he was taking a fight. Rez and Stewie both flashed, and Stewie, while flashed, relocates to short. The flash fades, he gets a frag, and by that point his teammates are set up to get the rest.
It's a great example of how much movement means within professional Counter-Strike, and especially in modern Counter-Strike. You can win rounds and you can lose rounds and you can win duels simply by having good movement, and Stewie is definitely a great character to watch out for here.
Wow, unorthodox angle from NAF. I'm not sure NiP are going to be checking this. So much else to worry about. You see Rez is going to be procedurally clearing corners, and wow, gets away without a single point of damage done. The Molotov will keep him at bay for NAF's retreat. That's perfect from him. Information gathered. No health loss. And no advantage gained for NiP. Starting to group up.
And you can see Nef is instantly making the rotation towards the B bomb side. Now he's been spotted towards A bomb side. NiP initially think, alright, Nef, he's the runner for this team, so he's towards A right now. It means that B bomb side is probably going to be volatile. That said though, there's a lot of rotation going back and forth, and Stewie is left alone right here towards the monster area, and he's going to see some action now.
Yeah, so much action. Get Right's probably going to be the flash. They do, not able to profit from it. Instead, Dennis keeps him safe, as does Rez moving wide from short. Twists some of the hard hitters gone, but NAF very much so this round. Taken out by Get Right, and now with the bomb down, Elige on the retake, and a spectacular one at that, the boost. I don't think Forrest expects this. He's smart, but is he going to surely not anticipate this? The AWP too. They dismount. And they're going to be swapping weapons. Elige on the low health, going to go first. Upgrades to the AK, that's one. Forrest, he's not going to expect two from the same location, and that's enough. Liquid will find the fourth. Close from NiP, the best shot yet.
And there was again all onto Elise coming in, and all of a sudden three guys are dead, going down to Elise Orc right there. There was some impressive individual display by the man on your screen right here. Once again, NiP had a great read, had a great idea what they wanted to do, exploding towards that monster area, getting the initial kill, but as you can see on your screen right now, Elise wouldn't have it at all. 3 kills just like that, and all of a sudden that round is turning into the favor of Team Liquid once again. Strong showing right here from Liquid. I don't think NiP is necessarily doing anything wrong right here. Liquid is just showcasing why they're so good individually to deal with this stuff NiP is coming with.
Yeah, not many players can do what Elige just did. But
I can.
You can prepare for that. I mean, that's 3 quick frags on limited vision. But he makes it work. So, we start to see NiP emerge, getting that playground.
And this is the first time they slow down here in the round. That said though, Stewie 2K able to get another entry frag right here. With some surf movement as well.
Yeah, beautiful little surf there.
You'll have to see, but this is not the start NiP wanted, obviously. The first time they decide to spread out on the map, they want to go for the toilets control, they want to take control over the map, and all of a sudden you're down 4 versus 5. Obviously they want to get right to stay alive right there, but Stewie wanted it different. This is just going to make it super tough for NiP. Once again, Elige being very aggressive towards the A-long area. They're getting so much map control right now. They must know where NiP is.
Necro and Dennis going to be the first on the scene. NAF to receive. Nitro pushed up on long. He does have that AWP. It's going to be awkward if he has to kind of fight his way back in from long with the AWP. But he holds the angle nonetheless. Stewie twists. They have to start the rotate, but NAF doing his defensive work. That's Forrest gone from the appropriately named headshot. NAF gets another one. What's happening here? Now the Molotov's down. Now the bomb's down. Now their health is down. It's all gone wrong. That's and ninjas in pajamas. They get onto the site, but the CT's everywhere. Not a single frag to show for their hard work, for their map control gained, and Liquid very comfortably will find their 5th.
Yeah, and that was again beautiful done by Liquid. Elige and NiP were pushing up towards A-long, making sure that Elige is able to go from behind and securing the round. Nefly getting 2 kills as well. Overall, perfect Counter-Strike being displayed by Liquid right here. Again, NiP, they're trying to go for the map control. They're trying to change up the pace a little bit. That said though, Get Right going down in the beginning to Stewie 2K. There was a big no-no in that one. So I I feel NiP have the right ideas. I just also feel that Liquid have the individuals to cope with it. You need to see something spectacular. You need to see something you don't normally see from a team like NiP if you want to rattle out a team like Liquid that is currently in this game showing some great individual display.
What worries me is I'm not sure pound for pound with the current form Liquid have come into this major with that NiP just can't win duels. Like, I mean, what duel? Who's going to win a duel versus who? I mean, Elige, I don't think many can compete. Rez, of course, and he's on your screen. Cameraman's telling me the answer right there. It is this man. Many praising him to have some of the very best crosshair placement.
I mean, the best performer from NiP so far in this major have been Forest, without a doubt. He's been super stable. He's been playing some of the best Counter-Strike, actually, Forest have played in CSGO in recent times. So whatever he can keep that up, that's a good question. But I agree, Rez and Forest are the two guys you want to look towards. This guy on the screen, Dennis, has been struggling a lot. That said, though, he gets a nice intro kill here on Nitro, and that's a good opening for NiP.
He has Rez in support, pre-aiming exactly where Elige considers aggressing. Instead, digs his heels in, realizes toilets is his responsibility, and that's going to be a smoke to the top of long. We'll get the CTs moving for sure. Going to assume this is clear. It's on Elige, though, to take the frag. Dennis, nice work. This round's all him. Double kill from him, and Naf. He tries to challenge, but Rez is there to keep Dennis safe. These two have single-handedly taken control of the round.
They must have heard you talk, Alex, because just as we were talking about it, the duels was won by Dennis and Rez right there. Liquid trying to regain control over A-Long, Nef pushing up, ready to fight with Elige, but inevitably it happened that NiP would just win the duels and also winning the round most likely. Twist is left alone here on the A-bomb side. That's going to be super tough to defend.
Nades and odds stacked against Twists, but that doesn't stop him connecting and not actually taking too much damage. That could be important as this round continues to play out. Lekro looking to challenge towards Truck. The nade's likely going to be coming in as well. There's still a smoke and 2 flashes available to the NiP boys. There's just 2 remain, and it looks like Twists playing that macro game. Backing out, chilling. If he's lucky, he's killing. And that is just going to be the first for NiP. Necessary to keep this game interesting. Liquid, of course, looked so dominant in their initial 5. I mean, this is NiP, or this is Dennis and Rez making sure the game can be competitive.
And sometimes that's all it takes. Winning the duels, making sure you get the right openings and get the map space created for you is going to be it's going to be a great thing for NiP moving into this one. Now, if they are able to save Stu 2K and Twist on your screen right now, it's going to be easy for them to buy up next round as well. So it's not a disaster for Liquid. There's still money to buy up next round, but it's great for NiP to come into a round winning it. And another factor that plays into this one is not the fact that they're winning the round, but also the fact they're surviving 4 people. So even though they were to lose this following up round, they can still buy up or at least have a decent economy going into the following round. So NiP getting exactly what they ordered right here, a win and also a lot of players surviving.
Dennis, and you touched on him already. He's
been struggling, Alex. He's been struggling a lot as of lately. I think Dennis is one of the guys that I, at least as a fan of Counter-Strike and as a fan of Counter-Strike in general, I think his top level is one of the best in the entire world. We just haven't seen it in a long, long time. So whatever he still has it, that's the question. But we haven't been able to see it pretty much ever since he was standing in for Astralis, which is more than a year ago by now.
Hasn't been the greatest start to 2019 from Dennis, but of course his team thriving. NiP, let's not forget, they had to work hard to get this far. Blood, sweat and tears, and a whole lot of frags to get to the Legends stage, and already a win in the bag. That's the reason they meet Liquid here.
Once again, you can see the way Liquid is approaching this game. They have 4 guys currently towards A-bomb side. Nitro, Elise towards the toilets, Nef and Twist towards A-long. They want to take as much map control as possible, not giving NiP anything. And the reason they can do this comfortably is the fact that they have always closed down the B-bomb side. That said though, Forest again winning the duel, and that's exactly what NiP needs. Winning the duels, creating the map space for themselves, and making sure to take advantage of these situations. They have to win a round like this.
No, Jacob, correct me if I'm wrong. This is an uncommon setup from Liquid. They are putting a great deal of investment towards long. This is 2 rounds in a row that they've had 2, if not 3 players towards that direction. That's something different. That's something new.
It definitely is, but it comes off the fact that NiP tried to go for the B-bomb side control, and both of the times they lost. So the reason why Liquid is doing that comfortably is they're thinking to themselves, all right, NiP already lost 2 rounds out towards the B-bomb side. There's no way they're going to do it again. That's why they're taking that calculated gamble, so to speak. That's it, though. It's going to be a B-go once again from NiP.
Stewie, he's flashed. He has the AWP, and he is going to be able to just about find cover, but surely only moments. Wow, that's quick. Stewie, Days called him the best AWPer in North America. Not today, though. As Lecro catches Stewie, and now the bomb goes in with just 4 seconds to spare. NiP got a solid shot at this round. Forrest has even got himself with the Zoom banger in his grasp now.
This could be dangerous. Naf in a good position here. Forrest is not aware.
He's gonna be.
Oh.
Walks into the crosshair. That's enough of that, and that's the round. Nitro backing away. We have ourselves the second from the Ninjas in pajamas. Now that comes in a different manner than the first.
You say that, but actually the same thing happened. Forrest getting and winning the duel towards A-Long. I think it was Nefly who pushed up. Forrest able to win that duel and by then secure some map control and by then secure that 5 versus 4 situation that NiP so hungry is looking for. So it was actually the same thing that happened the previous round where Dennis and Riz went up towards A-Long and won those duels. So as simple as Counter-Strike sometimes is, if you're winning your duels and if you're making sure that you're not giving up map control and you're not giving up easy kills, you can win the rounds as simple as just winning the duels.
Wow, and just like that, where's Liquid's money?
That's the thing, right? It looks so good for Liquid, 5-0 and up, you know, full control, and all of a sudden it's 5-2 and potentially about to be 5-3 because the money is definitely not with Liquid right now.
Yeah, Twist's aggression on long, uncharacteristic aggression really. Twist's often known to be much more of the turret than the tank. That's for the French. Just watched a whole lot of that actually, and if you missed it, Na'Vi Vitality worth checking out just to see two teams just punching each other relentlessly for an hour and a half.
Not a big fan of this anti-ego from NiP. You can see they're spread out all over the map. Get right all alone on short right now. There's no refrag potential. Had Liquid opted to go for short control or fight Get right, he would have been all alone with an AK right there. Same goes for Lecro in Underground. 1 by 1 right now, Liquid is spreading out. I am not a fan of this one. This could be very expensive at the very worst. At the very...
You get your treat. Here you go, Jacob. Bailed out by a 3-man stack. They push up long. Bomb not committed just yet. You can see Dennis is going to be hanging back just a little bit. Doesn't want to lose that bomb to a pesky P250. Saying that, none equipped by Liquid. Just the Desert Eagle from Twists and that Kevlar AK from Nitro. He saved that, and we'll see how instrumental he can be with it. I like the boost. Naf's looking in the right place, but so is Forrest. Oof, quick adjustment. His crosshair has been in the right place all major long, and it continues to be so. Securing what could have been an awkward round. I say that, maybe speaking too soon. Nitro from behind. They do have the bomb, and they do have plenty of time. It's awkward, but it's not over. Forrest already found 3. Dennis is set up. Nitro does have a kit. That was an assumption, and I've been punished for it. Do you know what happens when you assume, Jacob?
Yes. What happens?
An ass out of you and me. 10-2. Nitro's had a spectacular start in this best of 1. Does have the kit. Does he have the time? Great decision making from Nitro, makes it a 1v1. Forrester left alone. The bomb is not planted for him, certainly not ideal. He's checking it. It's going to be all about adjustments. Makes it clear where he is, pushes it. Nitro has managed to make the impossible possible. 12 frags in what has been just a few rounds, and that is incredible. The one saved weapon. He even scavenges away an AWP. 5 frags, an ace with the only weapon in play.
What a beautiful round from Nitro that is, playing it perfectly. Coming up from underground, taking 2 guys in the back, making sure just to hit the right timing where they weren't looking, and then into this 1 versus 2 clutch. Their awareness coming in, even though Forrest did his absolute best to make this a win for NiP, Nitro wanted it other ways. That spray right there, that is good. That right there, that's just, you know, that's confidence from Nitro. I haven't seen this confidence coming out of him in a long time. Just going for the duel, making sure that you get the best possible chance of winning the round. He's playing some of the best Counter-Strike I've seen him play in the start of this game in a long time. Once again, Liquid being aggressive.
This could be a 2015 cash game for the Nitro we're seeing. I mean, this guy, he's been known to be a fragger. The Elige Nitro pairing is often praised for what feels like years. Elige actually is going to get caught out here. Forrest, he's trying to do what he did on the Eco this time against the Kevlar. No problem so far. Beheads 1, beheads 2. The Executioner. 30 years of age. For some reason, a conversation. It's his name that I want to talk about. Incredible work from Forrest. He's been around the block experience, definitely paying off. But can they convert? 3 versus 3, the smoke deployed by Naf. He's making it abundantly clear where he is, but that's a CT. That's a CT where he shouldn't be. Naf under their skin, but they've got time.
Very messy round right there. NiP is making the right call though, going in towards the B bomb side. Only Stewie 2K is defending it from heaven. Can he do anything here though?
They don't expect it. Get right. Oh my goodness, he's been given a lifeline. Stewie 2K fluffs his lines. Now the bomb's down. Catches Forest through the wall. He's already got 2 in this round. Shutting Forest down would have been instrumental, and he does so. That's important, and now Stewie's found his aim. It's just Dennis. He's got to find another 2. Could be the 1v3. Pressure from either side, though. He needs to find this fight fast. And what is this? Changing his mind, and it's not going to work out. NAF will shut him down. We have our 7th.
Look at that from Liquid right there. The last 2 rounds, NiP have not necessarily made a mistake. They've actually played some decent Counter-Strike, but the individual brilliant coming out of players like Nitro, coming out of Stewie2K, who's on your screen right now, that right there, there was some high-level shooting with the AUG. That was beautiful, Alex.
I see some chewing. I think Stewie2K has taken a little bit of a tutoring session with Twists. Hey
Twist
man,
doesn't
for
need
real.
like to chew, yeah.
For real, it makes me frag better, is what he's claim. And Stewie's taken a little bit of a shot at that. I wonder how much gum they get through on a big day like today.
That's a few package.
Yeah, well, we'll get Frankie to ask the important questions.
Sure.
Can you do fruit gum? I'm really anti-fruit gum. I'm all about
I love it. I love fruit gum.
You are?
Yeah.
That blows my
Like
mind.
orange taste or something along that line. That's good.
Ugh, you're a madman. Anyway, our tastes may be different, but certainly not for Counter-Strike, because this has yet to truly prove to be a tasty morsel. At the moment, it's Liquid showing just how good they are. Jacob, you must find yourself feeling a little repetitive when you say, NiP did everything right, Liquid just were better.
Yeah, it's tough to say anything that NiP have done wrong. I mean, changing up the pace they tried, playing slow they tried, and they've been in some winnable situations. They just haven't been able to capitalize of it fully. Losing that round to Nitro right there, that was not too good. Now we see a little bit of a cheeky boost coming in right here. They must have heard it, but I don't think they did get right with a CZ though. They did hear though, and they were aware, so he has to be pushed down. Well, if you take a look at the money right now for NiP though, I think Dennis may have missed by it, misbought that is. An AK is in for him right now, and I'm not sure whether there's a reason to go Superman right now for NiP, so it must have been a misbuy or a miscommunication happening in the T-spawn.
Inspired by Nitro's performance with the solo AK.
Well, maybe.
That was incredible from him, also thinking about it. This time, of course, comfortable economy for Team Liquid. No eco here, just the one we've seen so far after NiP's performance. Stewie, he's so familiar with this ramp. Often seen as an awkward angle to hold. He's made it look easy so far. As the lead catches Necro. Here comes Stewie once again. The flash is there. That's against the frag. Make it frags. Whoa. Nice work from him. Twist is there to finish off the rest. And that's a double from 2 of their aim stars. Twists and Stewie keeping the B site on lock.
Look at the team play displayed again by Liquid right there. Stewie waiting for that flash, and as soon as it pops, he just goes in for the fight. The time has already been run down to a point where they know they have to go in for that B hit. So waiting for the flash, throwing it at the perfect timing, peeking on the flash as well. That's some Counter-Strike textbook play right there.
There hasn't been a single time we've cut to Stewie's perspective holding Monster, and there hasn't been a flash as he peeks. Nope. It's not him. It must be Twists. It must be someone. Every single time, without fail, NiP have been flashed as they emerge from Monster. No one's living the dream anti-flash or playing around a smoke. They just doing the dance, and Stewie gets freebies.
You are not wrong at all, Alex. Once again, Liquid, they're aggressive all over the map, right? If it's not A-long, then it's underground. If it's not underground, then it's towards the B-bomb side. They're constantly trying to disrupt the way NiP is playing. And again, I feel like NiP is not necessarily doing anything wrong. It's just tough for them to deal with all the aggression coming out of Liquid right now. And especially when you have individual players like Stewie2K and like Nitro showing up the way they are right now.
Accidentally buying an AK in the round prior was a mistake from Dennis. He finds himself with just a CZ now as they charge onto the site. That's a lot of control. Not a whole lot of frags. Finally, Lekro finds Twist. Has to shut down Stewie though, and he has just been a pillar. Finds 2. That's enough. Or is it? With the bomb down, those guys have got to retake. It's Elige and Nitro on the way back, and there is still an AWP in the hands of Nitro. That makes things very difficult. Smokes are deployed. There's another one on Forest, should he choose to lock him out. Their avenues of assault limited. As soon as that Molotov leaves Nitro's fingers, they know where he is. They do have utility. There's the flash. Get right. Oh my goodness, takes Nitro, takes the AWP out. And that's enough for Elige. Backing away, likely going to try and take the gun from his cold teammates' fingers. Even taking Get Right out in the process. No time, he knows that. As does Dennis as he starts to back away from that bomb radius. And we've got ourselves the 3rd for NiP. Hard fought every time. Every round they do manage to acquire here, the Swedes. I mean, Get Right's face says it all. It's hard work.
It is hard work. It's a grind for NiP to get into the bomb sites right now. I am happy though that they decided to go for the B bomb site once again. The only reason they lost one of the very first rounds, the very first buy round I believe it was Elish coming in with a quick 3k session. This time around he wasn't in position to do that, and NiP actually got into a position where they had control over the bomb site. They got the bomb down, got time to rearrange and reposition themselves. So NiP not steering away from what's working, despite not winning a round necessarily. You know, you can still say that the strat or the idea they had worked in the round where Elish got the 3k, and this time around it also resulted in a round win for NiP. So good to see them not being scared away by some of the misfortune they had in the early stage of the game.
Brave boy. He's pushing short. He's going to meet Stewie 2K. They're double stacked there as well. He was not getting out of that one. There was a wall bang and 2 players waiting for him.
But again, aggressiveness coming out from Liquid. If it's not long, it's B. If it's not B, it's underground. There's always some part of the map being aggressed by Liquid, and I love to see that from them.
They started with 4 on B. We're now 1 minute 15 left on the clock, and there are 3 set up on A. It's dynamic. Is that the right word, Jacob?
It's a great word for it. Very dynamic, very controlled, and there's an idea behind it as well. I love to see when teams are being so proactive in the way they like to play Counter-Strike. There's nothing worse than watching a team that is being very reactive and by then not reacting quick enough and losing the rounds by that. Liquid are taking their own faith in their hand right now, and they're putting a lot of pressure on NiP, and they just can't seem to handle it right now.
Aggressive angles from both of them. Liege and Nitro, this is where the Org and the AWP are going to work in perfect symbiosis, because just watch. Nitro can crawl without worrying about toilets. I say that. Rez, going to be tested by a Liege here. And Nitro, he knows Dennis is on his way. He misses the crucial shot. This could get awkward fast. Yet shots from behind. Where's the Liege? He's gone. This is where things start to crumble just a little bit for Liquid. They have the numbers, 4v4, short. Bomb likely to be going in. Forrest has got himself a fantastic position to cover the cross. And Rez looking to play for the afterplant. Elish does get a huge frag onto Forrest. Now, it's all about survival. 3 remain from the NiP boys to secure the 4th.
Neff still has a smoke. That's going to be vital for them to win this round. It's going down on the bomb side now.
Oh, that's good. Rez catches him on the edge of the smoke. He knows there's another one, but Dennis is just spraying wildly into it. Elish, he's so low. Surely going to be finished by 1. It will be Lecro to do the honors, and NiP find 4. This time, for the first time, on the A site.
Yeah, and it comes off the back of Nitro not hitting that bull with the AVP, let's be honest. It was a great setup for them. They had a lot of map control once again, having the 5 versus 4 going for them, but Nitro wasn't able to connect the shot, and inevitably that was the reason for NiP to win. Again, great to see NiP not being too scared of it. You know, a lot of aggressiveness is being shown by Liquid, but they don't seem too scared of it. And coming in here with a strong presence on the A-bomb side, again, Dennis hitting some nice shots as well. I mean, I don't think NiP is playing bad, and I don't think Liquid is playing bad at all. I think both these teams are playing some decent Counter-Strike right now, and as you can see in the money for Liquid as well, they're being pressured every single round. They have no money into this round.
Definitely can't take that away from NiP. The CT side, it's broken again for the 2nd time, and NiP with just 4 rounds is testament to how much every round has been a slog for Liquid. Saw a tweet there from Henry G, of course, watching from the sidelines. He's been working hard all day, and now just watching Liquid do what they do best, saying that they are looking scary, and I couldn't agree more, Jacob. This is a very locked-in team. Not perhaps this round, though.
Now, it's a fun contrast to see these two teams play against each other, because both of them don't have a designated AVP player, right? Both of them have that hybrid AVP player, Liquid being the one for Nitro, and obviously Rez on sometimes Forrest or sometimes Dennis for NiP, so they don't have a dedicated AWP player, and it's a way more, as you said before, dynamic style of Counter-Strike, and that's fun to see.
Crow was about to walk into the somewhat of a trap there. Fortunately, he catches both of them, but a little bit of a double CT stack just in the off angle around the corner of short. Likely you're going to be checking towards barrels, you're going to be worrying about sandbags, even monster ramp, but no worries. And NiP, for the first time in what feels like a while, they get a comfortable round. 4 still standing, pick up the 5th, and that puts them in good stead to close out this half comfortably, at least economically.
And 8-5, right? I feel like we've seen Liquid doing a lot of the good stuff. We've seen them being very aggressive, as said a lot of times now, but they only have an 8-5 lead. NiP is by no means out of this game, and I do feel, once again, that the way they're playing right now is the right way. They're waiting for Liquid to make the mistakes, they're waiting for them to be aggressive, and they're dealing with it as good as they can. You said it yourself in the beginning of the match, if you're not winning the duels in those situations, there's no way you're going to win the match. But Forrest, Dennis, Rez, they've all been part of this game. They all won their duels respectively, so NiP still have a great footing within this matchup.
Yeah, these next rounds are going to be incredibly telling. Let's not forget, the CT side awaits the Ninjas.
Yeah.
If they could even find, I mean, hell, 5's not bad. 6, 7. Liquid are going to have their work cut out for them on their T side, but I'm truly on the edge of my seat for Liquid's T side. How much are they going to be able to dominate, dictate, and all of that good stuff? We'll find out, but not just yet.
Look at the pace from NiP
They're
now. How you want to be rush?
Stewie, he's done so well. Where's the flash? We said he gets it every time. Not this time. The Molotov instead, and look how it goes. Dennis, he's cracked into the site. Twist next to be tested. He does so fantastically. Just the FAMAS, but still finds the head of Dennis. Naf, in the meantime, managed to take Lekro up, but Twist, he's burning. He's flashed. He can't really work it out, and neither could Forrest because he's right next to him. Finally, Get Right's Molly finishes what it started, and now just Forrest. The dust does settle 1v3. We have our 9th. Liquid, they take it. But that was a little chaotic. Nice to see NiP willing to pick up the pace, and Stewie finally shows he's mortal on holding Monster.
That's going to be a little bit frustrating for NiP right there, because they did get Stewie down in the beginning of the round, weren't able to get control over the bomb site. Twist doing one hell of a job staying alive inside that smoke, inside that Molotov, and then Nefly coming in with the support. Again, that's the downside of doing a B rush, right? You don't have the smokes to back you up. That heaven smoke right there, Nef wouldn't have gotten 2 kills. That would have been an easy round for NiP, but obviously when you do decide to rush B, you're not going to have the smokes laying down for you when you get into the bomb site, so you have to get control over the bomb site exceptionally fast, and they weren't able to do that, mainly down to Twist staying alive inside that smoke and inside that Molotov. So a nice little future play by Twist, not getting any kills, but the simple fact that he stayed alive was a big part of the contribution to them winning the round, and Nefly getting those 2 kills from heaven.
Perhaps I'm romanticizing things a little here, but it does look like Stewie's been given a lot of freedom. Like, he can take his Aggie angles, he can wall run, he can surf, he can solo. A little less restricted, and of course that's where some of his best work was done in the major winning side Cloud9.
He's what we call a momentum player. When he's feeling it, and to me it seems like he's feeling it right now.
All right, now 5 Swedes are staring at the tunnel he holds, and already he gets 1. That's just the deagle though. The real weaponry's coming, and he's flashed. This is not okay. No trade available. It's Twists who's going to have to play pillar. So paranoid about shot, he's enabled NiP to crawl into the site, and it's not going to be enough. Now Lekro's on. The bomb should be following, is in the hands of Dennis, and Rez in the meantime has shot Lekro in the back as a punishment. Not sure why, not sure if it's going to cost them. 35 seconds as it's going to be extended by the bomb plan.
Liquid setting up in a good retake position. Elise coming from behind, but he's aware of it. Get Right, and he gets a kill, and that is a great kill right there for the NiP guys. Now Nefly and Nitro has to do it all, risk getting down. Nitro and his Nef left by his lonesome in a 1v3 scenario.
NiP 1 click away from their 6th. It's there. Rez finds it after shooting Lekro in the back. And a sigh of relief. They can laugh about that one. You can even read, I mean, I don't read lips and I don't speak Swedish, but it looked like Dennis was laughing at that exact transpiration of events. That's not how words work. It's getting late, my goodness. Anyway, that's the first half of a spectacular test for Team Liquid. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have our conclusion. Oh god.
That's just unfortunate.
Yeah, that's unlucky. Our 16th best of one of day one of the Legends stage, our second stage of competition here in Katowice, a 3-week-long slog in pursuit of crowning a Counter-Strike champion to start the new year. Liquid, of course, poised to start strong. NiP, though, have managed to put up resistance. We're heading into the second half. NiP now switching to the defense after acquiring 6 rounds on their T side versus the brick wall that was Liquid. I'm joined by none other than Pimp. I am Machine. And one more half to conclude our day of Counter-Strike. If you're still with us, good morning. And I'm looking forward to sharing some more Counter-Strike with you. What have we got here? Boatloads of utility from Liquid. We've got ourselves a Molotov, 2 flashes, and a smoke. See where they choose to take it.
Seems like they're opting to want to gain mid control right here from the underground area. They're probably going to flash him up, and that's exactly what's happening now from Nitro. Liquid just starting out with a very default pistol round. I like it. Basic now,
but beautiful. Already, you know, toilets is ours. We've still got so much time to play with. Clearing long now as they charge towards them with a Glock train, very real. Stewie soon to face first. Dennis is very willing to fight. He's going to see Nitro, chooses to back away. That's info.
Also puts him in a very uncomfortable position. That said, though, he's backing away. He has 2 teammates on the bomb side of A, and it seems like Liquid is opting to go in for it. Rest in a good position to deal with this.
This is usually where Dennis thrives. Long-range USP pistol round. Known for his prowess there, and that's a little glimmer of what's to come. Doesn't find Stewie quite so cleanly, and that's going to be punished. Now, Stewie can back away, comfortable. The CT is forced to retake, and Forrest, he's limping right now. 2 points of health. Wobbling his way towards the site. And they realise that the T's are long gone. Look at this afterplant from Liquid. They're giving them nothing. Touch that bomb, I dare you. As they do, here comes the double peak. Twists, Nitro, both go down. My goodness, they're melting. The bomb's defused. I blink, I miss it. NiP find the pistol round. It looked so perfect. There's giggles from the Swedes. Disbelief from the casters. What, Jacob?
Touch that bomb, I dare you, Alex.
Well, you know what? I dared them, and they did. Comfortable.
That was beautiful by NiP. I mean, just sticking the bomb and just believing that your teammates will get it done. Lecro hitting some nice shots as well. You can see it on the screen right here, getting 2 headshots with the P2000, which is a gun you don't see being displayed often on this level. So good for NiP, and that's exactly what they needed. 9-7 now. This game is completely open. I don't have a clear favorite moving into this one now. I think that was beautiful by NiP, and also beautiful for Liquid. You know, it's a very default, very standard pistol round, but it doesn't have to be flashy as long as it's executed properly.
I mean, yeah, perhaps the only flaw in Liquid's plan there was not hitting the shots when the opportunity presented itself. Twists and Nitro both wide, and neither finding the shots quickly, which of course got punished by death and a defuse. The deadly double D.
It's becoming more and more of a trend to go for this Superman buy. You can see Netfly currently having the big armor and also the big AK equipped to his hands, and it is very viable, especially in these days where a lot of SMGs is being used, a lot of shotguns, as you can see from Get Right as well, is being used. But you gotta be able to come in and make the impact before your teammates dies, and that's gonna be a problem if Twist is gonna be the one walking in first.
Trying to find the info so Naf can trade. Nope, Naf goes wide and finds it. Fantastic start, but at a price. Let's see how much further he can get into the site. Looking towards heaven. It's a tough shot, but it's easy for Naf. Look at that. Another one. Eyes on the third. No, Forrest starts the challenge and succeeds. Now down to Forrest to find another, and he does so. But this is problematic for NiP. A spectacular retake the round previous, but now again a 2v2. Things are going to get awkward with the auto-shotty long range. Get Right. He's feeling himself, but so is Elige. What a shot. He may even find another one here, but Rez too quick. The UMP too favourable at that range, and as I say that, he's starting to scavenge. Where is the good gun?
That's a good question. Well, that was impressive by Netfly coming in right there. Picking up the first frag, picking up the second in heaven as well. That Superman AK almost was worth it all. Now Liquid got the bomb plant. They got a lot of kills. They're pushing NiP on the money as well, which means that this round, despite NiP winning this one, despite coming in having won 2 rounds in a row, looking by the utility, looking about the gear available, Liquid is in a better position than NiP is.
Forrest, he did kind of stabilize for them. Those 2 kills would have been very awkward if he hadn't got them. He goes down, that round's Liquid's. Get Right only had a shotgun on the flank. I mean, it was down to Forrest to cut the numbers down. That's a great Molotov from Rez, the very default to kind of cut off the T's, but they're nowhere near found it. They've got other plans, Jacob. Oh, and they're charging towards Forest location. He's been having such a tournament, and it continues in the second half of this game versus Liquid. Look at NiP go. They're keeping Liquid at bay. Challenge now for Get Right, and he thrives.
Thrives, he does now in a position to end the round if he can get just one more kill, and he can, and that's it. Get Right closing it down. I disagree a lot with what Liquid did right there. I do not see the need at all to go in for a fast-paced B strat, especially when you're knowing that NiP do not have a lot of utility. They were down to, I think, 2 Molotovs, 2 smokes, and a few flashes over the board of utility, whereas for Liquid, they have plenty of utility. If I were them, I would play it slow, I would feel out NiP, I would make sure to drain out as much utility as possible, and then do the B hit, or do an A hit for that matter. Doing a strat with this pace when you're facing a team that doesn't have utility, that's playing into the favor of NiP at this point.
Have we seen a single? We've casted a bit, like 2 games over past now.
Yeah.
Have we seen a single all-in B buy work? I'm pretty sure it fell flat on its face every single time it's been ripped out of the strat book.
It is, and teams are getting better at defending it, and even if you do die in the beginning, you also saw it on the case of Liquid, that if you have guys who are able to stay alive and make sure that they don't get water control, they don't get into heaven and all those upfront positions, having B control doesn't really give you anything unless you have the bomb down and can reposition yourself.
Position is going to be a key word because Get Right's got one. Stewie, not expecting that. He emerges.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not sure I understand that position either from Get Right. All alone in underground, it's a risk.
No trade necessary. Red wasn't far off from getting one through Flash, but now he's getting pressured and no worries on the first. But the bomb plant looks like a guarantee at this point because Nitro's put the suppressing fire in. All 7 bullets, but it was enough to keep them at bay for the bomb plant. And now, play he must. Nitro. He's getting hunted for party. Would have to have hit the shot of a lifetime onto Get Right, and the bomb's already being defused. Get Right will finish it off, and so, okay, 2 frags from Get Right, Jacob, but you haven't got a smile on your face. A bit of a risk, perhaps, from the Swede?
Yeah, it's an unnecessary risk from Get Right. I have no idea why he would position himself in underground alone with an Orc against anti-eco. Like, it's the one position, and you probably know it from matchmaking. I'm sure a lot of guys out there watching right now can attest to it themselves. You want to go down there because it's a fun place to be, a lot of action, close corridors, and you often get a lot of frags. But if you do die, you give up a lot of map control, and you give up a very viable weapon. And by now, you know, you can see in the money for NiP, it's not like they're floating around in cash. They need those money.
I mean, the timing was perfect, of course. Get Right, had he stayed in, perhaps Stewie catches him by surprise. Timing his best friend in that round, and now NiP are starting to accrue quite the little bit of a nest egg. Bit of cash extended now, and Liquid, that's going to be is that another timeout from them? That's a Liquid timeout, right? Or I think it might be in a technical. Rez took his headset off, actually.
I think we're on a technical timeout as well, yeah.
Talking to the admins now, you can see the dialogue between them. Something we haven't talked about yet, Jacob, is the man behind Liquid. This is, you know, yes, Stewie joined the roster, but he wasn't alone.
No, Adren. Adren,
well,
whatever you call him.
It's adrenaline, so adrenaline. There he is. There's the handsome chap.
Let's call him Adren, or Adren.
Eric. Yeah.
Eric, yeah, let's go with Eric. A guy that used to play for Team Liquid. It was actually the guy I replaced when I joined Team Liquid back in the day, so we have a little bit of a history, so to speak, but a guy that has never been a coach before, now coming into Team Liquid, obviously knowing the guys from when he was playing with them, all that sort of like personality stuff. He knows how they thrive in pressure situations. He knows how they deal with certain stuff. That's obviously a great factor having come into play when he's the coach now. He's also been able to give them structure, which is something I like. You did say, though, Stewie is still allowed to be free, but it's with structured. You saw those flashes coming in for him. You saw those like aggressive plays they did, but they were doing it together with a lot of free frag potential. So it feels like to me that he's giving them an identity, despite bringing in a guy like Stewie 2K, who's a very aggressive and a very mobile player. So far, I mean, it's working for them. They've only been playing one tournament together, and they obviously won that against Astralis at the iBuy Power tournament. So you can only say that's a success. But I guess this is the real big test for him as well as a coach, as this is his first major coming in as a coach.
For sure, there's no doubt about it. And I think what's so interesting to me about, you know, him joining Liquid is that he's previously been very reluctant to take a coaching role, still hungry to be in the server himself, but an opportunity like this to coach a team that truly has the potential to be the giant killers. Already, of course, starting 2019 with a bang, a best-of-3 win versus Astralis right at the top of the year.
And I think that's a fair point to bring up as well now that we have a little bit of a downtime. Liquid are supposed to be the second best team in the world. They're supposed to be the first challenger for Astralis. If anyone is going to beat Astralis at this event, a lot of people, including myself, believe that it has to be Liquid. That said though, we're currently looking at a 10-9 scoreline in favor of NiP. They have the money control, they have the momentum going down right now. So despite Liquid playing decent, I mean, it's not as convincingly as we just saw Astralis beating Cloud9 16-0.
No, but this is actually a little scary. Yes, this timeout comes at an inopportune moment for Team Liquid and momentum. Same can be said for NiP, but they are now looking at a 7 rounds necessary T-side on Overpass against not only NiP, but also an NiP who are hitting shots. Forest, who's holding steadfast. Rez, who is restarting his computer, you know? I mean, it's a scary combo. And we are just waiting on that, in case you were wondering. Just waiting for Rez to get back on in. I think he was just trying to resolve some issues with his PC, but that's okay. We've actually been relatively unplagued by tech issues so far. It's been a long day, admittedly, but not due to the infamous technology. It looks like he's back in the server now, so don't panic, don't fret. If you've got that wireless headset on and you're in the kitchen, get your butt back upstairs. That's the life I live nowadays. Wireless headset, man.
That's so great, isn't it, man? You can take it to the toilet, you can go wherever you want.
I really recommend, there's a fantastic feature on most of them where you can mute your mic.
Yeah.
I tend to do that, otherwise I get shouted at.
So you do bring it to the toilet, is that what you're saying?
Obviously, because then I say, right, be right back, keep it on, go pee, and I can hear them if they're being nasty about me. It's a paranoid man's best friend.
That's smart.
Not that I actually think like that, of course.
Yes, you do. Yeah, well, it adds an extra mental layer to these players as well. Obviously, they're sitting in what is a pressured situation. They're playing at a major, but as you said, it's been a very long day for these two teams as well. I believe some of them arrived at this venue more than 10 hours ago, so they have to stay inside the game and they have to stay focused for a long time. So having a tech issue like this is also sometimes what could be not necessarily the difference maker, but it definitely plays a factor into how much of a focus you're able to retain and keep focused on your task, which is obviously to win the game as long as it goes for.
NiP's win was against NRG. I want to return to that just while we wait to get into this one, because I want to remind everyone that they managed to beat NRG, admittedly, a full 30 rounds on Nuke. And people weren't sure what that meant. Was that NRG losing focus? Was that NiP finding form outside of, you know, this is the same team that lost to Winstrike hit at the major qualifier / the challenger stage.
I think NiP is a team that is classified as they're better against equal opposition. Sometimes I feel when NiP is playing a team that is, I wouldn't say necessarily worse than themselves.
A Vega Squadron, perhaps?
A Vega Squadron, a Winstrike, without being disrespectful by any means, but when they're playing teams like that, they're playing down to their level instead of just playing their own game, and it gets to them. I remember observing them during I think it was Vega Squadron game, and the composure they had, it was just not, you know, a NiP composure, whereas you see at them now, right now, they're very focused, they're very calm, you don't really see any angry body language. That was not the case against Vega Squadron. That's it though. We're back in the game, Alex, and this is what matters.
Yeah, composure is going to be a key word. Interesting angle taken from Rez, despite, look at what Team Liquid's presence. He's really trusting his teammate there to keep him safe. It was Dennis in toilets to try and keep Rez in that surprising angle, but speaking of angles, he's holding a very tight one towards Party. And look at Team Liquid, they are not rushing this one.
And that's the difference between NiP and Liquid. You always saw Liquid being aggressive, going towards A long, going towards B, pushing, gaining map control. NiP, they're perfectly fine just playing it back. As soon as they get pressured by the smokes, they rotate back towards the bomb side, and they're willing to play this waiting style of Counter-Strike, where they're waiting for Liquid to make the move. They're waiting for them to use their utility and come to the bomb side. So two different styles of Counter-Strike being displayed on the same map, on the same CT side.
Each starts a slow crawl up long, looking a little hesitant, anticipating some re-aggression from the ninjas, and he's not wrong to expect that. There is a man there, Rez, given that responsibility, but not choosing to go wide just yet.
Completely alone and isolated. He has no backup whatsoever. He opts to go aggressive now. That could be dangerous.
What is that adjustment? Rez might get another one here. Twist's gone too. Two of the strongest aimers in North America dismantled by one Swede with crosshair placement like no other. What a flick. Onto Elige. Not going to get another. Nitro is going to avenge his fallen comrades, but the damage is done. Just two remain from Liquid. That was so fast. This screen in front of us is huge, Jacob. I still couldn't see Elige.
No, that was beautiful done by Riz. We often find ourselves talking, especially on the analysis desk, about players who can make mistakes but get away with it because they have good aim. I think that was a perfect example of a poor play, a poor decision, but he got bailed out by his amazing crisp aim right there from Riz.
Can I see that in slow-mo? Do we have the technology? My God. Let's have a look. Okay, shot was made by Elige, but a very quick adjustment from Rez. And the audacity to hold the angle for Twists. This is Twists we're talking about. To mow him down with the AUG. That is the 11th for NiP. And now, those of you, myself included, that put Liquid as the 3-0 like fools, are going to start getting a little hot under the collar. Of course, the picker means nothing. This is what really matters. It's Team Liquid versus NiP.
And look at this, changing up the pace, going for the fast mid control, putting on pressure towards NiP, making sure that they're not getting any time to think about how they want to rotate or how they want to approach this round. I like this from Liquid. That said though, they're slowing down and falling back now. It's a common play though, and it seems like they're all opting to go towards the B bomb side. You can see it caused a few rotations for NiP. They're 2 guys towards the A side, but they kept 3 towards B right now, so it hasn't necessarily worked the way they wanted to.
Interesting note is that I think Elige might be one of the few players who's regularly choosing to choose the SG.
Yep.
Yes, the AUG has found a lot of play on the CT side, but don't forget the SG was made cheaper too. And Elige, known for his aim, can favour the scope as well. Bringing the SG on the CT side, let's see how far it gets them, because right now, Lecro with the Stewie 2K lineup, taste of his own medicine, not expecting to get right high. Twist finds 2 on the entry, and now Elige is there to finish off what Twist started. This is a wide open site, this is a plan, that is a Molotov to stop the rotate from Dennis, and that should be the round.
Look at the awareness from Twist coming in, getting the first kill, but also checking the second corner despite killing the first guy. That's just the difference between a great player and a phenomenal player like Twist. He has been struggling in this game, but there was a very great opening into this round, and it effectively made Liquid have a good chance of winning this one. A retake scenario is coming in though from NiP.
They're giving it a solid go. And Rez, given a fight by Nitro. Time a bit of a problem now. As Dennis, he's going to have to start fighting too. That's not looking likely. Double peek and Elige's SG certainly works at that range. 1 click, and we have ourselves a 10th. Double digits for both now as Liquid do 1 away from equalizing. I was about to say equalize. Maths doesn't work like that. But keeping things close. And I have to say, expectations were high for Team Liquid. I don't think they're not. I do think they're being met. I think that CT side was very impressive. The individuals certainly are. The restraint and composure is there. But credit to the ninjas in pajamas. I was uncertain of how they would fare moving from Challenger to Legend, given how hard they had to work versus the likes of Windstrike, the likes of Vega Squadron, Vici. They went to 3 maps in all of those games. Walk into Legends, NRG, and now Liquid, 2 of North America's best, being pushed all the way by this Swedish roster. It's impressive.
I would definitely echo that sentiment, especially once again if you take a look at the scoreboard. Forrest is currently sitting on 17 frags. We saw how impactful he was on that T side as well. Dennis, for that matter, as well, showing up a little bit as well. Overall, I think it's, as said, a game where both teams are showing up, both teams are displaying some good Counter-Strike, but there can only be one winner, Alex, and I think the next few rounds will decide who's that's going to be. That said, though, Twist is the one guy I do want to point out. He's not been having the best game, but even though he's sitting currently on 9 frags only and is the only guy on the score with a single-digit number in terms of frag, he's still able to be impactful. We just saw that in this round.
Yeah, the round prior, of course, he was the big reason why Liquid managed to find their 10th. Info from Elige, he catches a glimpse of Forrest on the jump peak, but Nade's starting to rein in Lecro. He's running out of options, he's running out of, everything. He's taken away. Nav cuts one of the defenders down, and Dennis, he's gonna catch a nade. My goodness, look at this. That is a fantastic start from Team Liquid. They're paranoid, they're checking corners. One of them's dead, one of them's half health, and Liquid scot-free.
Simple as it is, and it feels good to me that Liquid have that urge to go for these fast-paced round beginnings, right? They want to make sure that they put on pressure towards NiP. They don't want to let them feel comfortable in the way they're playing right now. Riz currently pushed up all by himself into this toilet area. We saw it before. He was with the AUG alone as well. He bailed out. Now this time around he has a FAMAS. Not a strong weapon, is it?
He is surrounded right now. Elige's going to be the first. Goes down. Surely not another with a FAMAS. You don't have a right, and Nitro knows that. Quick to adjust with the AK for the trade. Liquid are keeping the ninjas and me guessing. Bomb does look like it's finally Setting its sights on Dennis. He has to do more than one hit. That's a spectacular first. He has a chance for a second. He has almost everything right in the count for Stewie. And that's Stewie 2. Get right next on site to be tested. Now 1, nearly 2, as Stewie does get finished off by Forrest. Now 1v1. Forrest, he can take 1 bullet. 1 bullet and he is out of the round. Liquid find 11. And 1 bullet's all he needs with the AWP. Naf high on the box, 10 seconds. The pressure's on Naf. Don't forget, Naf has to move. He jumps. He's seen the info. The teammates are going to be cooping it. It has to be a no-scope. It won't be. Naf does manage to equalize just in the nick of time. God, that was so close from Naf. He was so convinced. He knew where Forrest was, sure, because of the shot prior.
That was so cool.
Staring at it. 10 seconds on the clock. You're still not moving? Confident in his own aim. Confident in being able to find that frag.
It's coolness, Alex. It's just coolness.
Naf's cool, man. I'm telling you. He's a cool dude.
He's a cool dude and a pretty good dude when it comes to Counter-Strike.
Yeah, some say for sure. Some of the very best in the world.
That forced NiP to an anti-eco now, and you can see on your minimap to the left that they're going for an A rush long, and I think it's going to be Nitro who's going to be ready for that one right there. This should be an easy round for Liquid. That said, though, you want to make sure you don't lose too much of points, and they're not about to do so.
I don't even think they're going to use any of their utility, but they do lose a Liege. That's money on the floor.
Should be a walk in the park, though, but I like the way that they're repositioning themselves. Liquid haven't taken any map control, actually, so NiP still have a decent chance of getting 1 or 2 guys down. That said, though, it seems like Liquid have opted to go towards the B bomb side. The bomb is moving there with Nitro and Nafly as well, and it's only going to be Dennis defending it with a Deagle, though.
Wait, did Naf take Elige's SG and leave an AK for the CTs to save? He did, and now GetRight's used it to take down Naf. His own AK betrays him, but that will be the end of that. We have ourselves 12 for Liquid. That's some damage once again. NiP in their ecos. Previously it was bomb plants, now it's frags. They're getting something out of every single one.
And in the big scheme, it all counts, Alex. That said, though, Liquid taking lead of the scoreboard again, 12-11. It felt like they're slowly but surely regaining control of the map. Nitro having some individual brilliance. Again, he started out the game very strong, but he was cooling off a little bit in the second half of the CT side. Now on the T side, though, in this anti-eco, he was doing his job perfectly fine. NiP going down towards underground. They want to fight this, and I think we're going to see a duel right here between the Liquid players and NiP. They're going for this little cheeky boost, which sometimes is effective.
That's a lot of players for a very small part of the map. A narrow corridor of likely destruction. Twists, Nav, GetRight, Rez all find themselves within about 1% of overpass.
Praying they won't get a nade to the face right now.
Now, previously GetRight was in the position Rez finds himself in. Let's assume Stewie communicated that effectively. Twist starting the pre-aim. Molotov's not going to clear out GetRight. It is. He forces his hand. It's no trade available. GetRight caught off, but manages to adjust. Just in the nick of time, the nade leaves his hands, and the M4 graces his palms. That's only 1, though, because Elige catches him on the retreat. Naf applying the pressure, of course, and Forrest. Oh, he's thriving under it. He's going to surely catch Naf. No. Naf does get eliminated by Lekro. This is just aim duels all over the shop. Dennis gets one from Elige.
What a messy round of Counter-Strike this is now. Nitro is walking in towards the B bomb side. I think he heard Lekro to his right there. He's gonna get.
So does Lekro.
So does Lekro. Again, as you said, a very chaotic round, a very messy round of Counter-Strike. A lot of duels taken down, but we asked the question in the beginning of the matchup: can NiP win duels against Team Liquid? And I think we can finally make a conclusion, Alex. 12 rounds on each side into this game. Yes, they can. Forrest, Rez, Dennis, all of them showing up right now, and they're doing it at the same level as the likes of Stewie, Nitro and Twist for that matter.
This is incredible stuff from the Ninjas. Definitely want to throw a whole lot of credit their way, because they have found form precisely when they need to. This is the same map Liquid beat Astralis on a month ago. Doing it convincingly as well. I actually want to double check the score, but I'm pretty sure
it was a 16-10 or so, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. Like 16-11. NiP have more rounds than Astralis did versus Liquid on this very map. Admittedly, not quite at the major, and a month deeper into practice for both teams as well. So bear that in mind. Pinch of salt, maybe a bucket of it. It's still interesting.
We do like a lot of salt in this community, don't we?
That's
12-12. 12-12. Another eco coming in from Team Liquid. They have to save for this one, and I like they're not going into a bad buy or a weird force buy here, just making sure that the money is kept in control. If they can get a few kills off NiP, that would be great. Stewie2k with a deal. We know how dangerous he can be with that one. Nitro also have a little bit of utility, so there may be a plan into this one. It seems like they want to take mid control coming up from underground, and I like that, while NiP is doing a weird boost towards the B bomb side, not really panning into anyone or anything, given the fact that Liquid is on an NG eco now. It's going to be a slow walk up towards the A bomb side. Currently Res again is left by his lonesome. I'm not sure I understand this, but
why are you stacking against an eco? What's the thought process there?
They must have misread the money. Simple as it is.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, otherwise it would be a very weird decision, yeah.
Okay, so that's just a nice... I'm so glad I have you, Jacob. I'd have been getting very confused. Perhaps a bit of a misread. And Rez, he's going to be calling for backup. Finally, the CT start to get in the right places, and I think it's just in the right time. Twist, though, precise with the P250. He might even find a second one. Two people trying to duel him. Dennis and Rez, in the meantime, are filling up the kill feed for the CTs and will close that one out comfortably. But make no mistake, every low buy is always a kill. It's always a plant. It's always something. Both of these teams can make their opponent work and sweat with just a couple of pistols.
Without a doubt, and again, you know, questioning why Res was alone on that bomb site, it must have been a misread. There's no way NiP would give up a bomb plant and give up the opportunity for Team Liquid to potentially win the round. You did see Twist get that first kill. Would he have gotten hands in an AUG right there, getting another kill? It could quickly spin out of control. That said, though, Res coming in and he's killing right now. His ADR is 140. I'm not sure if that's correct. It seems a little bit wild, but he's definitely making a lot of damage right now. 142, the overlay says.
Quick stat check as well. ADR for Rez, yeah, it looks like it's perhaps a little lower than that. But regardless,
he's playing well right now, and so is the entirety of NiP. I mean, Liquid just had a timeout, and probably they were discussing what they were going to do in the next buy round, and this time around they started to start out slow. They want to make sure that NiP is using as much as utility as possible before they go into a B hit or an A hit. I do like that from Team Liquid because the fast pace was working initially, but NiP found a way to deal with it. So changing up the pace once again, that's what classifies a good team, classifies a good in-game leader and a good coach for that matter. Knowing when to be fast, knowing when to be slow, and sort of like trying to play that chess game.
This round, though, could very well play a huge role in determining who will be picking up that second win today. Nitro about to meet Dennis. Unlikely he expects this angle, but look at that. That's some jiggle peak masterclass from Nitro. Not even just the jiggle. Up high into the sky and round is enough to draw fire and get that information. And now things get awkward. Red's caught out of position by the flashbang and the wide peak. Nitro almost single-handedly has secured the 13th for Liquid. Let's get right to something wild. And, well, it's wild. Not in the right way. Forrest, however, he knows what I'm talking about because he's got two. And that slowed them down. Did you see them hit the brakes? I'm worried about that. Was that Forrest rotating or perhaps repositioning? I eat my words. Letcro tells him, stay where you are. I need you. 15 seconds. Liquid do still set their sights on this site. He's anticipating the flank. Nitro's going to have to be the first one. Now in contact combat again. Letcro's managed to do enough. 5 seconds. Where's the plan? Naf has it. It has to be Forrest. It won't be Forrest because Nitro has had another spectacular round. 5 kills with nothing. Let's not forget that round, but this time he does it 4. Spectacular start from Nitro. He dismantled that defense on the B side.
That was a beautiful jump in toilets, wasn't it, Alex?
Yeah,
that
exactly.
jiggle peak right there, that was definitely what won them the round. And Nitro once again having a great impact for Liquid. We did say that he was slowing down a little bit, but this round that was all Nitro getting, was it 4 frags and also making sure that they could get it to the bomb side. Beautiful done by Nick. Now 13-13, you said it yourself, this round, this could be it, you know, both teams low on money, both teams have nothing to invest into the next round if they were to lose this one. This could be the deciding round of the game, and once again Liquid, they're starting out slow, they want to gain map control, they want to make sure they do not lose anyone in the beginning of the matchup. And that jump right there, again, it's beautiful.
Dennis knows though, he's going to Scarper. I don't know whether he caught the glimpse or it's just good luck, but he avoids the nade all the same. Damn, I haven't seen that jump so perfectly work out before.
No, that's just a small little gimmick right there, and that's what differs from the good teams and from the very best teams right there. Always a step ahead of everyone else.
That jump, I was about to say, they've invested so much into Dennis's AWP here that their chance of winning this map kind of hinges on him, and Liege gets so much info. Now Dennis gives them some more. I'm on long. Come and get me. Liquid, though, choose to back up. Very common to see teams doing this. Such aggressive posturing And then I guess they just start to regroup. Hope the CTs are going to be falling for their games. Is that what's going on here?
Yeah, I think so, and I like this from Liquid because they know they've been having a successful time on the A bomb side. Now they want to change it up. They want to go towards the B bomb side, and exactly what's happening right now is what Liquid want. They're giving up the B bomb side. They're going for a retake scenario, and that's not a good thing if you're an NiP fan. Forest needs to get the first kill, or at least not dying here.
He has to do a lot, and that's enough for him to fall off. He's hoping that they're going to expect him still graffiti. Just waits for the angle, and now starts to challenge. It's not easy, but he finds a Liege. Expecting another, finds it, but Twist too quick. 4 versus 4. The CTs, they're not playing for the retake. They're playing to fight right here, right now. No slow, no setup. They're looking to brawl. Nitro, he's going to make his whereabouts known, but that's not going to stop him from getting 2 before Get Right can pipe up with the FAMAS. That's enough. That's the round. That's 14 now for Liquid, and now Liquid are just moments away from starting to stabilize. Bearing in mind, this is the T side of Overpass. You said the money would be broken. It is. NiP, they're probably going to have one more shot at this.
One more shot, that's all they have, Alex, and that was a beautiful done strat by Liquid, at least reading the game perfectly fine. Going in towards the B bomb side, we found ourselves questioning why is Rez left alone towards the A bomb side. Well, he was, because they thought he would be good enough to hold it on his own. They figured out he wasn't, so they put on a lot of pressure towards the A bomb side, forcing NiP to rotate 1 or 2 players over to A and then hitting B straight after. That is some mastermind stuff coming in from either Nitro or the coach, Adrian.
Damn, that's cool. Rez has been successfully left alone multiple times on that A-bomb site. And Liquid, whether Adren, whether Twist, Stewie, Nitro, Naf, and Liege, I don't care, it was impressive. They managed to just draw them off. NiP, their buy was poor, sure, but they had the AWP on Dennis. That was their hope. That was their win condition, that he gets put in the right place, and he was initially, until Elysian, his jumping off a slide, forced him to long, where he found nothing, and they disappear to the now vacant bomb site that was B.
Quick B split is coming in from Liquid now. They know they're forcing up against an anti-eco, so there's no reason to dwell with it. They just want to go in, take the B bomb site, and get it done, Alex.
And that looks like it's going to be spearheaded by Naf. Just walks into the site. Hello, I'll take 2. In fact, I'd like some more. Is he smoking the Molotov? Okay. Gives him a little ratty angle for anyone that looks to emerge from graffiti, but I don't think he's necessarily anticipating 2 CTs from this side of the smoke. Round over for sure. 15 secure. NiP, they're going to have one more shot at this. Forest maybe going to get himself an AK. Never mind. Oh, think. Plenty of options, plenty of nades. Okay, fine. Takes Naf down. Not going to be punished for that. 6k in the banks. Jacob, we've got ourselves NiP's last saloon. Last chance saloon. This is it.
But look at the money, right? They can afford the armor, they can afford the AUG, but they cannot afford the utility. Dennis left with only a smoke and a flash. The same for Lekro. The same for Forest, only a Molotov and a flash. And Rez is also down to only 2 utilities, whereas Get Right opting to go for the FAMAS, so we can have a little bit of more utility being brought into this round. Again, Liquid, they're facing a low utility in Ninjas in Pyjamas. Please do not make the same mistakes of running a fast strat here towards the B-bomb side, as you already have done once.
Bomb's loose. Scooped up though. And you say go slow. Elige didn't hear you because Forest catches him with the wall back. Tempted to call it the Zipnik's wall back, but Forest doing it so well, I might have to change its name. That's a fantastic start in a must-win round for the Ninjas.
It is. That said, though, Liquid have spread out now. They have gained control. Now Dennis is pushing up towards me. We can see a duel here between Dennis and Nitro. And Nitro wins that with the AWP. That was a beautiful shot. He was not supposed to win that one. And all of a sudden, it's a 4 versus 4 again. Rest, we talked about it. He's left alone towards the A-bomb side one more time. He has not had a lot of help. Maybe he doesn't want it. I don't know. I don't know what it is with Rest. He likes to be the lone survivor. But he has to do a lot of work if they want to win this round. Does look like, though, Liquid is going back towards the B-bomb side, where Get Right and Lekra is waiting for them.
Yeah, team names, you start getting team names wrong about 1 AM, so welcome. Let's see how this one goes. Stewie, Nitro, starting the walk towards Monster. Bomb not too far behind them, and you can see the crossfire from Lekro and Get Right is a little out of the ordinary. Check this out from Lekro. He's just counting on his teammate to the extent where they go wide on Monster. No, it's not enough. Gets Stewie low. Liquid, a couple of frags, 3 to be precise, away from securing this best of 1. They've had to work so hard. But now NiP, they have to work even harder. That's one from Rez. Get right. He's not going down without a fight. The spray's bad. It's FAMAS's life. And just Rez. They are low. They're soft. And he's ready, primed and ready to try and put up some fight. But no, Stewie 2K will close it out. We have a winner. Team Liquid pushed to their absolute limit by the Ninjas in Pajamas. 29 rounds of play. All the timeouts used. But the Ninjas do fall. And Team Liquid have themselves the 2-0.
That was a beautiful game by both teams. I think both teams are great on this